You ever notice how you look more professional when you have headphones on? Why is that? Anyway, here we go with Cripple Creek. And as I told you in the last lesson, I'm going to reveal why I waited a year to do a video on Cripple Creek. A lot of books, a lot of teachers, a lot of people think that Cripple Creek is the way to start. I disagree. And here's why. I prefer starting with my method of doing the forward roll first, then practicing the forward roll with one technique, the way Geoff does in this book. This is the fourth song in the book. So you've already been exposed and have practiced the forward roll, the hammer, the slide, things like that. Instead of throwing all those techniques into one song and have that be your beginner song to learn. Not saying that some people don't pick it up quickly and can do it, but I feel like if you spend a little bit more time on those fretting techniques, you'll play it a little cleaner. Geoff also has a nice up the neck break introducing you to up the neck techniques. And in that break you have the hammer, the pull off, and no slide in that. So let's get into Cripple Creek from the Banjo primer version. You can get the book fairly cheaply on Amazon. And if you can get the deluxe version, it's got a CD with it and DVDs in the back as well. Those can help you, along with my tutorial here. Here's exercise A. You're going to put your middle finger down. Sometimes I use my ring finger as the fretting finger. Either way works. You're going to slide from 3 to 5 while plucking the 5th string. Now, so exercise B takes the slide and adds the next few notes to it. The next exercise C goes into the C chord. This is a partial C. If you don't know what a partial C is, take a look at some of my earlier videos, but it's just your full C chord in the open position without your middle finger touching the 4th string or fretting the 4th string, 2nd fret. As I've said before, if you're not playing the string, you don't need to be fingering it. So exercise C goes like this, a forward roll. Do your forward roll, and when you pluck the 5th string the 2nd time, the 4th note of the forward roll, that's when you want to take your fingers off, because then you've got a 1st string open. And you do a single 1st string quarter note followed by a pinch on the 1 and 5. Exercise D, get you a good hammer workout. You're going to play a square roll, remember 3, 2, 5, 1, and you're going to be hammering 2nd fret to 3rd fret on the 3rd string. You're going to use your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and you're going to hammer with that middle finger, and it's going to sound like this. 2, 3, 4. Again. 2, 3, 4. Exercise E is going to be over the D7th chord, and you've got to make a little bit of a stretch here. This is a square roll, but it's different strings. It's 4, 2, 4, 1. And on the 2nd time you hit the 4th string, you need to place a pinky or ring finger on the 4th fret. That's a good practice for that stretch there, and it's also a good practice for getting out of a lot of songs turned around on the D7th chord. Exercise F is putting D and E together. Let's try it at a slow pace. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. So let's get to the song the way it's written on page 26 here. And we'll go with Strum Machine at a pace of 30 beats a minute. We'll take it nice and slow. Let's take it from the top. And remember, you're going to play 4 measures and then you've got a repeat sign. So you're going to play those 4 measures again. So the first section, A section if you want to call it that, will be 8 measures, but it's just 4 measures repeated. Okay, here we go. 30 beats per minute.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Third line, B part. Repeat the B part. For some of you, if you've played this before, that might be painfully slow. For others, it might be ridiculously fast. Regardless of where you are, doesn't matter. The important thing at this tempo is, can you play it as clean as I just did? And there's other people that can play it a lot cleaner than I did. But you're always looking for clean, even tone among all these fingers. Let's try it a little bit faster. We'll go to 40 beats a minute. See how that sounds.
1,
2, 3, 4. B part. Repeat the B part. Let's play it one more time, a little bit faster, and we'll have the guitar join us. We're going to go to 50 beats per minute.
1,
2, 3,
4.
I did promise some variations, and let's talk about that a second. For instance, I already told you, instead of the hammer, you could do the slide. You could do a hammer followed by a pull if you want. And that's covered in the next break, I believe. The first part probably has to stay pretty much the way it is, because that's the signature riff, right? When you hear somebody go, or you know what they're going into, right? So we don't want to mess with that too much, but the timing can change from as I said earlier, from 1 and 2 to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let me demonstrate what that sounds like with the strum machine. You can highlight the strum machine just to play the top line there and repeat it. And see if you can hear the difference between the way it's written here, starting the pluck or the pinch on the downbeat of 1 versus starting just before the downbeat of 1. You kind of, I call it pulling the note. You're pulling back by an 1/8 note. So here it goes. The way it's written first.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And now pulling the note a little bit. See how I come in there a little early? If you play with this enough, you'll find out your own variations of what you can do and make it your own song. Next, we're going to do the up the neck part, and hope to see you then.